Story 1. Because this is my body. There are many like it, but this one is mine. It is the vessel through which I experience everything, and I intend to keep doing that for as long as I can, as efficiently as I can. Story 2. I want to look like an anime character. Now it's for competitions, but originally it was because I started dating a model and wanted to look better for her. Now she's my wife. Story 3. So I don't lose what I worked so hard to obtain. I had great success in bodybuilding. Those days are behind me now, and I am more of a family man, but I don't want to lose all the muscle and strength I gained, so I keep at it to maintain it. Story 4. Physical and mental health. I used to drink a lot and made fitness my new addiction. The fact that I look better and get comments about it is a bonus. Story 5. I tell myself it's so I can age gracefully, which is true. But in reality, it's because I like to ride dirt bikes and have lots of sex with my wife, two things that, at my age, require a level of maintained fitness. Story 6. A bit of recent science I came across. 1 hour of exercise a week gives an extra 3 years of quality life. It's not about longevity, but being able to do the things you like doing a bit longer. Story 7. So as not to look completely bad, even an unattractive, short, bald, unibrow type of person looks better if they lift. Plus, you feel better mentally. I find forcing myself to do something I do not enjoy but know is good for me to be mentally soothing. Conquering your lazy tendencies. Completing a workout is always an undeniable win. There are very few guaranteed wins completely within your control in life. People appreciate muscles no matter what they say. Your body functions better and you can perform better. You don't need to be excessively muscular or spend hours in the gym every day to achieve a decent level of these benefits. Story 8. Because I am almost 40 and my daughter wants to play Ring Around the Rosie 500 times in a row. And if I do not keep on top of it, my knees are going to blow out. Story 9. When I started out many eons ago, it was to look good for women. But once you get fit, it also starts to feel good. Then, when you get really fit, you want to look good for the other guys at the gym. Story 10. This will be buried. I have been struggling with addiction and mental health issues for decades. I got into the gym with my brother for about a year, and I felt great even while drinking. We stopped going. After years, I'm getting back into it by myself for me. Story 11. As Socrates said, it is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. I personally am a man who does not want any doubt or regrets creeping up on my deathbed. Leave it all out on the floor. Story 12. I'm not getting any younger. My metabolism has slowed down since I was in my mid-20s, so I need to do a bit more than my average level of exercise to stay in shape. Story 13. I have a few reasons. My paternal grandfather died from weight-related diabetes. My aunt, his daughter, and my dad's sister died younger because she was morbidly obese, diabetic, and had severe sleep apnea. No thanks. I am a dad and husband, and I want to live a long life for my daughters and their mom. I am a high school wrestling coach. I like to teach physically, and I feel the need to be able to do most of the things that my wrestlers do because I get imposter syndrome if I cannot. It has been the best way for me to earn their respect. I train at a mixed martial arts gym for exercise, stress relief, and the desire to be able to physically protect my family if I need to. Most of the guys there are in their 20s, and I am 42. I will get wrecked if I let myself get into poor shape. Strenuous workouts in a ridiculously hot building, the gym has no air conditioning, have made managing my asthma a lot easier. Story 14. I'm 46. A 30-year Porsche, BMW, and Mini Master technician. My job is a daily workout. I manage to stay around 170 pounds. Burly framed. I look at least 15 years younger. I love my job and couldn't do it if I wasn't strong. Story 15. It's been a habit since I first got into training about 8 years ago. I haven't really slowed down or had the desire to stop working out in general. The results and benefits are too good. I'm just now starting to refine my program and am looking forward to maximizing gains that I may not have had the chance to achieve in previous years. Story 16. I'm ex-military. After I got out, I said I would never miss 6:30 physical training. But I soon realized it's the reason I'm considerably healthy, minus a lower back and left knee problem. My main motivation is to stay healthy. Story 17. My mind is totally different when I am fit versus when I am overweight. I've swung the pendulum twice and can confirm. My mind is clearer when I am fit. I am happier, more productive, and confident. Story 18. I'm 45, better health, better sex, better everything. The number one reason, though, is they did MRI scans of the muscle mass in two 70-year-olds' legs. One worked out consistently doing strength training, the other did not. The differences were crazy. The active 70-year-old had comparable muscle mass to that of a 20-year-old. The other barely had any muscle, and it was all fat. Your muscle mass is your armor as you age. The less you have, the more susceptible you are to injury and disease. It's so important to strength train as you get older. It is literally the fountain of youth. Story 19. It's a nice fixture of my time in the week. Not dependent on the weather, and it's an easy habit. Just throw the kit in the car to drive to the gym. If I didn't have much energy, it would be easy to call it off at home, but it's minimal effort to start the drive. So once I'm there, I might as well lift some weights. It's rewarding to set goals and train to meet them. No one else sets the goals. I'm not waiting on that perfect chance in a sporting game to do something. Just aim and go for it. It also helps that there's a nice bunch of regulars at the gym to chat with sometimes. Story 20. It feels like I'm doing something positive, which I am. I get to forget about most of my problems while I'm doing it. And I think about when I'll be in my mid-30s and not having a belly. Story 21. I work in a skilled nursing facility. On occasion, I have to move people over 200 pounds with the physical consistency of a duffel bag full of warm soup, from bed to wheelchair and wheelchair to standing in parallel bars. I had one guy say to me once, "Without you, I'm dog meat. Strength keeps me safe and helps my patients. Plus, I just want to practice what I preach all day. Take care of your body and it will take care of you." Story 22. I am 53 and have been a lifelong martial artist. I have had numerous injuries. I work out because when I stop doing so, every old injury comes back and makes me miserable. Continuing to work the joints and muscles helps me stave off old age. Story 23. To stay healthy, I want my health span to be long, to feel mentally clear, and maybe, just maybe, my wife will sleep with me because of my hot dad bod. Story 24. Psychological and mental health benefits. Being able to eat burgers and not turn into a mound of blubber, feeling and being strong, using a party trick to crush walnuts with my bare hand to impress my girlfriend and her family. Story 25. Just imagine you have every single thing you want in this world. In this life, every possible thing. Money, time, space, opportunity, unlimited luck, the girl or girls you love, all the needs and wants. Just imagine you don't have a capable body to hold them, utilize them, feel them, or enjoy them. That's your motivation. Story 26. My dad, who had COVID-19 and was severely obese, my grandpa, who had a heart attack, my aunt, who had cancer and was severely obese, and my cousin, who had a heart attack, pneumonia, and was severely obese, all developed fitness-related health issues that directly led to their deaths. My dad, aunt, and grandpa died at 63. My cousin was 6 years younger than me. Story 27. It gives me energy. Using my body just feels good. I'm lying if I claim it's always a great experience, but when it's done it is a high. Yes, health, sleep, stress relief, and vanity as well. But the post-workout high is the best. Story 28. To help prevent myself from becoming very old and immobile, I started watching family members begin to lose mobility, health, and die because they did not bother to work out. We are not here forever. Story 29. To keep me healthy so I can eat things that would make me gain weight if I didn't. Also, after doing it for 20 years, since I'm 65, it feels good. Never thought I would say that. Story 30. I want to be able to move around more freely. I remember when I was so weak on my squats it was embarrassing, but nowadays I feel so satisfied whenever I squat down to pick something up or to reach something. Sometimes I just go to the squat position to relax. Others sit around the table and I squat on the floor, and that's just how it goes. Also, I have a lot of body dysphoria that has only worsened due to the gym, so I try to work that out. Story 31. I'm 64 and don't want to be unhealthy like a lot of old men. I see too many my age that look like they're 90. My age is usually guessed 10 years younger. Plus, my wife is 13 years younger, so I don't want to be a burden on her by not taking care of myself. Story 32. I work in healthcare and first responding, and my one nightmare is to be like my non-walking patients in constant pain because of their sedentary lifestyles. Story 33. I am not as disciplined as I would like, but it legitimately takes stress off my body. I have a bad back, and it blows out way more frequently when I am overweight. I am 6 foot 4 inches and about 250 pounds. When I am 230 pounds or less, everything just functions better. Story 34. Something I've thought about a lot lately. In order: 1. Competitiveness, primarily with myself but not always. 2. Health. 3. To look good. I realized when I'm in the pain cave, my motivation is coming from my desire to get stronger and be fitter rather than thinking about how healthy I am or how good I look. That said, outside of the gym I could talk for hours about all the health benefits of exercise, and I spend a good chunk of time flexing in the mirror. Story 35. Started in my 40s because I have osteoporosis and lifting weights is the only thing to mitigate it. But now I do it for mental health too. I just feel much sharper. And a bit of vanity because my partner is 12 years younger and a demon in bed. Story 36. I want to look like I could fist fight a bear. Health reasons are secondary. I want to hear someone say, "That guy looks like he could beat the shit out of a bear." Story 37. 4 health reasons. Diabetes runs in my family. Mom and dad have it. Mom died 5 years ago because of diabetes complications. I went to see my doctor for an annual checkup, and he said I was pre-diabetic. So that meant it was time to hit the gym and change my whole diet, plus exercise more. Now I go to the gym 4 to 5 days a week. Also, it doesn't help that I'm self-employed and own my own business as a flooring contractor, so I used to eat a lot of junk food for work. Now I get up an extra 15 to 20 minutes early just to make breakfast at home before I leave for work, and I eat a salad for lunch at work. Story 38. Well, I am about to turn 64 and do not want to feel as old as I actually am. Working out allows that. It helps to keep me healthy and makes me feel good about myself. I am also able to keep doing the things I like and the things I do not like, such as climbing ladders for roof maintenance, for example. Story 39. That feeling when you are doing back squats, you know it is safe to fail, but you might have one more repetition left in the tank. You get as low as possible, look up at the ceiling and wonder if you are going to be able to stand back up. Give out a grunt or a yell and send it. Story 40. I wanted to look good during the summer. I wanted girls to literally turn their heads. That's how it started, and I became a personal trainer and dietitian. I started actually being very interested in muscles, like how they move and how they look. So, bodybuilding just fascinated me to a point where I had to try it. I guess I got addicted to seeing muscle movement in a silly sense. Story 41. I just want to look better than I currently do. Some things can't be helped. Some things can. I know looks aren't everything, but I may as well control my controllables. Story 42. I want to look better with my clothes off. As a follow-up, I also want to be healthier, which is not as difficult as expected by going 6 days a week and drinking less alcohol. Story 43. Rage and depression. I go solo to the gym too, so when I load up the bench for a personal record, I'm literally fighting for my life because I don't ask strangers to spot me, and I love it. Story 44. I want to be able to take care of myself when I am old and not struggle to walk down the street. I saw someone who was probably in their 70s out running this morning, and I want to be like that person. Story 45. The initial reason was that people ridiculed how skinny I am and how my limbs resemble those of insects or twigs. The current reason is the same as above and how it changed my perspective towards my general health and how I can make a discipline out of my schedule. I've been on and off throughout my teenage years. Now I'm just better with discipline. It's a habit. Story 46. Quality of life at an older age. I'm not trying to get super fit. I just want to be as mobile as possible when I'm really old and be healthier overall. Story 47. Looking good naked. Feeling good. Avoiding sickness. Inspiring others. Building mental strength. Learning about myself in the process. And finding out what I am capable of. Story 48. Honestly, because it feels cool being able to do housework without getting exhausted, and also being useful for moving heavy stuff. Also, I'm an explorer. I love going on trails and I live within mountains, so I take a hike from time to time. Story 49. Better health because my family has many health issues, and I have the weakest immune system. Therefore, I have spent most of my time going to the hospital, getting checked up, and taking a lot of medicine. At least by eating healthy and doing some weightlifting, it has helped me lower the risk and duration of time I get sick nowadays. Story 50. Honestly, mental health. I used to compete in powerlifting and pursued maximum strength, focusing on bench press and squat as my lifts. Deadlifts always lagged behind in terms of ratio. These days, it's just something I need as an escape. Story 51. I read somewhere that you will either pay now or pay later. You might as well pay now. Paying later means you might end up in the hospital, heavily medicated, bedridden, with outrageous bills, and generally a very low quality of life. But if you pay now, it may only cost you some gym clothes, workout shoes, and a gym membership. I've been active since I was a baby, turning over my crib. I've played in adult leagues for basketball, flag football, fast pitch baseball, and so on. Our bodies were meant for movement, which is why we are healthier the more we move. Plus, my wife and kids didn't sign up to take care of an unhealthy person because I chose to lay down, eat unhealthy food, and not exercise, which could lead to heart attacks or a stroke. It's not fair to them. It also allows me to continue to be active in the bedroom,